Hey you! Stop scrolling and pay attention. Are you still wasting your money on plugins? Are you convinced that you need to spend a fortune just to get a pro level mix? Well, you've been lied to, because this mix right here, yeah, that was done entirely with free software. No subscriptions, no industry secret snake oil, no paid crap whatsoever. Now, before some dumbass in the comments says, yeah, that's just with the guitars. No, that was the whole freaking mix. Top to bottom, drums, bass, the works. So put down the bong and pay attention, because here's my picks for the best free plugins for metal production in 2026. Still one of the best all-around plugin bundles known to man, and it is completely free. Now, let's be honest here, they are not pretty. There's no glowing tubes, no fake wooden pedals, no 3D knobs that eat up half your screen, but they actually freaking work. You get EQ, compression, delay, and one of the best gates I've ever used, complete with look ahead, so you can actually kill noise before it happens. All killer, no filler. These come standard with Reaper, but you can download the whole pack, even if you're using another DAW, just to find out what a real DAW is capable of. Because while everyone else is busy arguing about which interface looks more analog, RealPlugs is out there quietly getting things done. So yeah, I got the gate in place here on the snare. And yeah, the Ria gate is just simply fantastic. I still use it all the time in just about every single project I do. Paid, free, whatever, it doesn't matter. This thing just plain kicks ass. And it's part of that package you really don't want to miss. Every studio needs a Pultec style passive EQ, and this one actually pulls it off without needing a second mortgage. Now, every plugin company on earth claims that they've nailed that vintage vibe and usually followed by some bullshit like Warmth, Glue, or Analog Mojo. Translation, it's just another overpriced EQ with a fancy interface. The Portec, well, that one just works. You can do the classic low-end boost and cut on the same frequency trick, and suddenly your guitars sound thicker, tighter, and more expensive than they have any right to. No fairy dust, no mystical harmonics, just solid, usable results. And sure, it's not going to replace my hardware EQs anytime soon, but for the price of absolutely nothing, it's a hell of a lot closer than most of the paid stuff is out there. You don't even have to pretend you can hear your Transformers breathing to feel good about using it. This is another one of those plugins that's just simply amazing. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing a little boost and cut at 30 hertz on the guitars, and it's doing this. That's a really cool trick on rhythm guitars. It works with the real stuff over here, but this plugin absolutely does the job just fine. My favorite free limiter used to be the Loudmax, but let's get real, it's starting to show its age. And on full mixes, it's not exactly what I'd call transparent. In fact, it can get pretty damn pumpy. But out of nowhere came the Limited Z, and this thing instantly raised the bar. It's got two things you actually want a mastering limiter to be: clean and loud. Now, yeah, the freeware version has a few features locked out, but honestly, what you get in the basic version is more than enough to get great results. No weird artifacts, no pumping, just solid loud mixes that hold up. This is what I mean about just make it louder and clearer. This really does the job. Absolutely killer stuff. I can't say enough good things about this one. Now, this one was inspired by J.P. Henry's deep dive into how Metallica got that And Justice for All kick sound. He went into insane lengths explaining the microphones used and the 30-band graphic EQ that gave us that infamous click kick that you hear all over tracks like One. Well, after a little digging, I managed to find a freeware version of that exact EQ, and it absolutely delivers the goods. Dial it in right, and suddenly your kick drum goes from cardboard box full of socks to late 80s metal masterpiece. Now, how awesome is this thing? You can take your kick drum from this to this. That is seriously awesome. It's essentially a bass Sans amp in a free plugin. Run it on a bass DI track and it sounds great. It's so simple, even your bass player could use it. Now, if you actually want to learn how to mix and not just hoard plugins like a dragon sitting on a pile of freeware, that's exactly what the Home Studio Cheat Code is for. You get 2 complete courses on mixing with free plugins, where to find them, and most importantly, how to use them in a mix. Plus my amp captures, my IRs, and even 4 live group coaching calls where I rip apart a real mix and show you exactly what's wrong and how to fix it. It's all on sale right now for a 69% discount, but that deal ends tonight at midnight. So if you're sick of guessing and wasting money and chasing tone fairy tales, hit the link, grab it now, and start getting real results like this. Another absolute gem, and this one nails the mix bus glue sound without draining your wallet. Every big name mix engineer loves to talk about their secret sauce compressor, and that's usually the one that costs more than your entire DAW setup. This is absolutely free. Drop it on your mix bus, set it to a 4:1 ratio, 30 millisecond attack, auto release, and just let it do its thing. Instant cohesion, instant punch, no snake oil nonsense. Your mix just got way easier, and you didn't even have to sell a kidney for the privilege. This is another one of those amazing plugins that just pushes your mix to the next level. Keeps everything under control, keeps it from jumping around all over the place. An absolute must-have in my opinion. This one just dropped recently, and let's just say it's not every day that you get every single reverb you'd ever want in a free plugin, and yet here we are. Now, inside the Home Studio Cheat Code, I teach how to use the 3 reverbs on drums to get that larger than life sound. A chamber, a plate, and a non-linear like the classic AMS units. You know that Addicted to Love snare from Robert Palmer? Yeah, that's the AMS. Now, doing this with free plugins was always possible, but just a total pain in the ass, juggling multiple plugins and windows just to make it work. The Magic 7 somehow does all of it in one ridiculously convenient package. I honestly can't believe that they're giving this one away. So I've got 3 of these reverbs going, and I'm doing this Andy Wallace style, so I'll mix the different reverbs and combine them into something bigger and get something like this. So we got our chamber, non-linear, and a little bit of plate for a little bit of depth. And I can bring that out if I want for some sustain. But that just totally delivers the good. Absolutely amazing plugin. There are useful plugins, and then there's Chanovy. This is one free plugin that I use more than anything else in the Home Studio Cheat Code. Preamp saturation, EQ, compression, limiting, tape sim, and even a de-esser. It's the Swiss Army knife of audio plugins. And best of all, it doesn't have a chromed down waveform display. That means you're actually going to have to listen to what you're doing instead of staring at the screen pretending to mix. It works on everything. It sounds great, and I genuinely can't believe that they gave it away because it embarrasses a lot of commercial channel strips out there that aren't free. This one's a total favorite of mine simply because it has everything you need in one interface and doesn't make it confusing. You can do saturation with a mic preamp, you got tape drive over here, a de-esser for your vocals, Neve style EQ, and a compressor and a limiter, and it even does side chaining. You can do almost your entire mix with this, and that's exactly what I show how to do in the Home Studio Cheat Code. And best of all, it forces you to use your ears, and in my opinion, that's what makes this tool invaluable. You always hear tech bros talk about disruption. Well, this one actually did it. Where the hell do I even start? Plugin companies are out there charging hundreds of dollars for their own closed systems, and this thing's completely free. Not only that, it's backed by a massive community with thousands of amp captures you can download right now. The only problem, most of them kind of sound like they were made by somebody running their interface straight into a toaster. No proper reamp box, no gain staging, just good enough. Yeah, there are some great profiles out there, but you'll have to dig through a mountain of garbage to find the gold. Or of course, you can just grab the Home Studio Cheat Code, which comes with 6 of my own amp captures done the right way, through a proper reamp box and through this Neve Genesis Black console. Plus my impulse responses all all laid out logically so you can spend your time playing instead of endlessly auditioning 10,000 presets you'll delete 10 minutes later. Now, as for the software itself, it's simpler than Sid Vicious trying to play bass. And the capture process, let's just say it's not exactly user-friendly, especially if you're trying to use your own GPU to do the heavy lifting. I've had a few conversations with Steve Atkinson, the developer, about this, and he's been way more helpful than I ever deserved. Steve, seriously, thank you so very much. It's helped me get amazing results just like this. So Neural Amp Modeler isn't exactly what you'd call pretty. It's functional and it gets the job done. It's even got a noise gate. You can swap the EQ in and out, load your amp models up like so. And then you can also load in your impulses here. You know, it's just a simple impulse loader. It's nothing too fancy. You do need to do a fair amount of post-processing with it, but it definitely gets the job done. But what makes it revolutionary is the quality of the amp captures it delivers. It's really hard to beat at this point. This one gets my vote for the best free plugin in existence. They must have completely lost their minds when they created this, because they took the raw, bare-bones NAMM plugin and turned it into a polished, all-in-one monster. You get pre- and post EQs, impulse response loader, and what sure as hell feels like a built-in multi-band compressor, all wrapped up in one simple interface. Basically, it's everything you need to get a guitar mix ready in one single plugin. But this is NAMM Universal, and this just takes things completely into the stratosphere. You got a pedal profiler, this instigator control, which is kind of more for the genty kind of stuff, in my opinion. Load up your amp model, and this amazing plugin here called the Aggravator, and you can do your fine-tuning just with this. And you got an impulse response loader, and you can do blends on it right there. This is pretty much everything you need for guitars in one plugin, and it's just unbelievable that they're giving this one away for free. This just absolutely blew my mind. If you're gonna grab one plugin, get this one. And of course, that's using the Morningwood amp capture with some amazing Celestion UK Vintage 30 impulses as well. Works real well in a mix. Clearly, you don't need to spend a single damn penny to get pro-level results anymore. You just need to know where to find the plugins, and more importantly, how to use them without wrecking your mix like some clueless bedroom DJ. And that is exactly why I put together the Home Studio Cheat Code. I'll show you everything, what to use, how to use it, and how to actually make it sound like a record. You'll get 6 of my custom amp captures, my entire impulser library, and 4 live group calls where I take real mixes, tear them apart, and show you how to fix them. And that's on top of 2 full-length mixing courses, beginner level and advanced. If you've ever wanted to support what I do on this show, now's the time. I'm kicking off my Black Friday sale early. It's only $147, but that deal dies tonight at midnight. So stop screwing around, hit the link, grab the Home Studio Cheat Code, and finally start getting the kind of results that you've been after.